video will cover the subtraction of integers or rational numbers. It begins on page 64. I want you to remember last year, recall when we talked about subtracting integers, we used this phrase: keep it, change it, switch it. It goes with the property on page 65. Subtracting numbers is the same as adding the opposite. So if you look at example 3, we have -4 minus -9. We will keep the -4 the same. We will change the subtraction to addition and switch the sign of -9 to +9. Therefore, it becomes -4 plus 9. And going back to the last video of adding integers, signs are different. So we subtract and get 5. We keep the sign of the bigger number, which is 9, so it's +5. Looking at quick check number 3 and 4. Let's do some of those together. -6 minus 2. Change that to an addition problem. -6, keep, change subtraction to addition, switch the sign of 2 so it becomes -2. -6 plus -2 equals -8. Next problem. 8 minus -4. Change it to addition. Keep the 8, change subtraction to addition, and switch the sign of -4 to +4. 8 plus 4 equals 12. Let's try one more. This is C. 3 7/10 minus -4 3/10. That becomes keeping 3 7/10, changing subtraction to addition, and switching the sign of -4 3/10 to 4 3/10. That answer becomes 8. Looking at quick check 4, dealing with absolute value. Quick check 4, A, the absolute value of 8 minus 7. Remember, these absolute value bars are like grouping symbols. So we do 8 minus 7 first, which is 1. So it's the absolute value of 1, which is 1. Let's look at B, which says the absolute value of 7 minus 8. This is a little different problem. Let's change it to addition. 7 plus -8. 7 plus -8 is -1. So we have the absolute value of -1, which is 1. Let's try one more. Absolute value. The absolute value of -10 minus -4. Let's do the problem first, and let's change it to addition. -10 plus the opposite, the switching of -4 to 4. Signs are different. Subtract. 6, which is bigger, 10 or 4? 10 is, so 6 is negative. So we have the absolute value of -6, which is 6. Example 5 goes through evaluating expressions, again, using subtraction. We will do one of those together. Example 5 is on page 66. Looking at example 5, I'm going to do quick check number 5, the first one. R minus T. In order to do R minus T, I need to know the value of R, and I need to know the value of T. It says the value of R is -7, and the value of T is -2. So R is -7 minus -2. Change subtraction to addition. -7 plus 2. Signs are different. Subtract. Get 5, which is bigger, 7 or 2. 7 is. 7 was negative, so 5 is going to be negative. So the answer is -5. That concludes the subtraction of rational numbers.